25th. Unreal. We are on the very last Tuesday of May.
21.
Yeah, May 21, which is going to walk us next week into the last month of the second quarter of this year already. Wow, exactly. So yeah, it's just always a good reminder to pay attention, because whether or not you are, it goes by. So intentional action every day, critical, just as a reminder. And if you haven't looked at your second quarter goals, walking into the third month of the second, what activities you need to do and in what quantity to make sure that you finish the second quarter where you're supposed to, because you're mid-year at that point. I know. And mid-year is when we do mid-year reviews. Yeah, mid-year is when you make that decision whether you are on track, whether you need to give yourself a boost, or yet that you're giving yourself a nice push goal for 2021. The push goal is what I'd love to see from every single person. Really exciting. So any words before we
No,
get started?
I second everything you said.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's my friend. I would love to know what wins we've experienced this week. So anything inconsistency, remember, no win is too small. I'm going to keep reminding you guys that until I hear new wins coming out like this, and that you're not just looking for the big results. Those are fun, but again, as a reminder, they're usually the result of the small wins that we do consistently every single day. So Nancy, since I know that you've heard me saying this repeatedly for however long we've known each other, how long have we known each other? A long time. Share with us win.
Worked all day yesterday with contracts coming in on Deer Park here in Irvine. It was I call Fixer Investor Special. Worked till 11 o'clock last night. Ended up having the opportunity to double ending it.
Wow,
So that was a good big win.
That
Yes,
is.
like you say, there are months and months, and that was one that I mentioned last week that I left a voicemail in November. And
That's
they
right.
called me back,
Okay.
and that was it. And that is from November to now. That's the result.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Making
I
those
know.
calls.
And it's such a good reminder that we, although we live in an instant gratification society right now, we do. Real estate doesn't work that way. It's a consistent action day after day after day that's going to give you those results.
And then Diane, speaking on that, I noticed what a difference from last year to this year on how people were picking up their phones last year.
Yeah.
And during the big COVID lockdown. And well, now people aren't answering. I don't a lot of times. I get them from all over the country. I don't a lot of times. But I do listen to the voicemails. Yeah. So I think it's a mistake if you don't leave voicemails.
Well, I think it's important to pay attention to the shifts in any market, wherever they might be, whether it's that you need to make additional dials to hit the contacts you want, or whether you're noticing that people are paying attention to voicemails or text messages and responding from your own database. That ability, and I mentioned it before, I think one of the big lessons that anyone who continued to grow in 2020 was that ability to pivot and shift is going to allow you to continue that growth. So
I think another big thing is making your voicemail up to date. I leave a lot of voicemails, and you hear these voicemails. I'm away from June 2020, and I'm like, we're in 21. You still got that voicemail? Or my voicemail's full. Or so if the people aren't answering, you have to be voicemail them. Check. And when was the last time you guys all changed your voicemail? I changed mine last week. So I got prompted about it. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
So I'm living proof that sometimes you oversight. You forget what you had on there.
And addressing that here, I get a lot this morning. I spent about a half an hour this morning because off and on, I keep getting your voicemails full. It's not full. I go through and then I clear the deleted messages. Yeah. And I had a friend, a realtor friend, said she's had that happen before. So I spent a half an hour.
You're going to delete the deleted ones.
No, I did that. No, I had to call Verizon, and then there's a star 86.
Yeah.
And there were 35. Somehow stored, not showing up. It's a Verizon thing, and there are updates. And
it's something to do.
Does that. Yeah, and it's something to do with iPhones too. So I had to get that technical support, and now they're cleared. And then even when I would clear them and say your voicemail's 90% full, it's like, oh, no way. So anyway, that's a little clue for somebody because you want people to be able to reach you or not have your voicemail's full.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Perfect. Gail, you had your hand.
I was just going to ask you. We're seeing that a lot of your buyer that you got, did they come to you because they were hoping that they would have a better chance?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I actually wrote for
Isn't it
three.
great being a listing agent?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It is.
yes, yes.
And then I have
This is
three of
where
my
it's at.
own communities, so that, but I tell people where we're at on the offers, and other agents, they know. And then at the end, you know, I give me your highest and best or send that in, and it's also terms. So it's price and terms, because I'm very specific
lot of
in the
it's terms right
MLS too,
Mhm.
about exactly how they should be submitted. And there are people, they don't bother, or they'll try and sneak something in.
Yeah.
And so I go through all those, make sure there's none of that in there, but yeah, it gets down to both price and terms, how well an offer's written, how it's gonna go through.
Yeah, that's really important too, just as a side note, if you guys haven't looked at the calendar for June yet, there's a copy up at the front. Very excited, it's completely full of training available to you and to support you. And one of them is Michael Wooten, who is going to be teaching our contracts class. So anyone who's newer or wants a refresher, he is going to be teaching the RPA first by my request, and how to write a strong offer, because it's important to know. Not only the how, but the what, because it makes a difference to a listing agent. It always made a difference on how the offer comes. It's not just price. It's not just price. It's an important piece of it, but it's not just price.
And
It's in
one more little
Yes,
thing to
please.
add to that, people come in, I don't share about so much, I share almost anything I can help people, but I don't share, you know, my listing and probates and stuff. However, I've had agents come to me and I don't mind on how to write a really good, strong probate purchase agreement.
Yeah, that's great.
You think
Thank
you
you.
don't
Yeah.
do that?
Oh, okay, thank you. Somebody else asked me,
Yeah.
for it, and I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
So, but that is really important.
It is really important. Yeah, I agree. It is really important to, those nuances are important to know. And if you have any additional classes that you guys would like to see, anything that you know would support you, please raise your hand, let me know, send me an email, text, come walk into my office. I'm dying to know, because I really want to make sure that we're providing everything to make sure that you continue to grow in your business. So good. Any other wins? We need to have more than one.
I have
Wonderful,
one.
please.
I got my first listing agreement. It's from my brother.
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Do you reminded that you were in the business? There you go. There's the win. See, the result is that you're getting that listing agreement. That's what I want to point out to you guys. Sometimes we get frustrated, especially as I coach and train newer agents. I've had a lot of people get frustrated that they're not seeing it yet. And the importance of focusing on the making sure that you're letting your personal database know all the time. And, you know, can I help you? Do anyone else I can help? That there is the win. The result is that he gave you that
Yeah,
listing.
absolutely. And I'm very excited. It's on the complicated side to get things done. I think complicated maybe one because I'm new, but complicated just because I think it is a little bit
They
complicated.
can all be a little complicated.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But yeah, we've been talking about selling this place for over a year, and now he was just like, about 2 weeks ago, he's like, I'm ready to pull the trigger.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Hold on.
Well, you can announce that as a coming soon here.
Yeah, it's gonna be listed, it's probably gonna go on the market in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll show up. Like I said, we're already hopping into June next
Okay.
week, right?
Yeah.
That'll go by quickly too if we don't pay attention. Good. Let's get a couple more wins, please.
We had a very great first open house on Saturday for 20 Block Home
I heard.
We had the open house of all open houses. It was 4 months.
Yeah, it was packed. It was just quick. We had
And over 100 people in 1 hour.
Wow.
Yeah. And you guys made that happen by doing what?
Marketing.
Yeah, marketing. Was it some door knocking happening
Oh
as
yeah,
well?
we did door knock of the or did a friendly neighborhood courtesy.
Yeah. See, that's what I want people to hear, because that's the win, is that you guys marketed it, you door knocked it, the result.
And the point is,
Yeah.
the 100, but the point is, we would have got maybe 20 if we didn't do that extra money.
Yeah,
That's what got us the extra.
and that's what I want you guys to
Because they
really
didn't
get.
know that.
Yeah.
They weren't looking. We divided them. We told them, Michael and Cyrus, my team were very good at promoting the property. And that's what a lot of agents in this market don't realize. That, oh, we can sell it in a heartbeat. It's not just about selling it in a heartbeat, it's about getting the most exposure to get the sellers the most money.
Yeah.
We were there at 12:30 for starting 22, was it 2?
Yeah.
And people were already waiting at 12:30, waiting.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Was it an auction?
It's an auction. We actually, today we decided we're gonna bring the auction forward a week. We
Yeah.
just can't wait. We were gonna do it this weekend, but it's Memorial Weekend, so we're pushing it to next week.
It's a great opportunity for anyone who's interested in seeing an auction in action too.
Oh, you guys
When
are-
is the auction date?
5th of June.
The 5th of
The
June,
time is yet to be
Saturday,
confirmed.
my mother's birthday. I see Dale putting it in his calendar right
I am,
now. I know you are.
I'm
That's right.
Yeah.
It is impressive. I've done about 3 of your auctions.
Yeah, you did some good ones.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
did some
gonna
really
bring
good
in an agent who, I'll bring Giuseppe
There you go.
Napoli.
And I know, again, if anyone wants to see how it works, but
Yeah.
Michael, you did a great job. You should be very proud.
Yeah, very nice. And again, I know I sound like a broken record and it might be kind of nauseam that I continue to repeat this, but that's okay with me. It's the activities done consistently. That's the win. The result is what you just said. Because people see sometimes, legal agencies sometimes, oh, I just need to hold an open house, I'm gonna get that. That's not the case. It's the consistency in your activities that's gonna get you those results. That's the witness. All right, great.
Plus, we're not always going to have this market.
No, we're not.
No.
And again, we need to pay attention to our.
But then the sign doesn't make you complacent.
Right, we just need to pay attention to the conditions of the market, make sure you're studying it all the time and making decisions from that place, not just blindly. So great, any other wins before we yes?
How many did you sell?
A situation that perhaps only Dale and Barb and I can wrap our arms around. I had a relocation, clients that came in from South Carolina. We were actually, or North Carolina. We were actually going to purchase, they were gonna purchase, and it didn't work out for them because they had some personal issues, financial wise. So we found them a nice rental. It's in Dove Canyon, nice,
Yeah.
huge,
Yes.
about a 4,000 or 5,000 square foot home overlooking the golf course. And so we put them into this rental. So, but the purpose of them was to purchase. Well, it just so happened that working with this independent broker, who was connected with this property, we won't go there, because it'd be too long to discuss this. The seller had the ability to carry back paper, the whole thing, 100%.
Nice.
So we have put a transaction together, 5% down, he would carry the balance for a number of years, right? Okay, so what had ended up happening, so we have this long-term escrow, the longest escrow I have ever had. The bottom line, the win is, now they had resolved the issues with their finances. They went through Merrill Lynch. They have a ton of equity as far as stocks and that sort of thing. They liquidated that. Now we are actually it's going to be closing this week.
Oh, congratulations.
So we eliminated the seller having to carry back, which he loves. of
Right,
course,
right, of
And he's
course.
gonna get paid off. And so we're now putting this together. So it's a matter of, these are the kind of things you need to have.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yeah.
In the quiver, basically, because you are a professional helping our clients.
Yep.
I mean, that's what they look for from you, so that you can actually, if we don't have one problem here, we've got a solution here. All
Yep.
right, so we haven't given up, we never do, and we made it happen. It's their dream home.
Yeah.
So they rented this property, I found it for them, they wanted this property, and we're making it happen.
I love that. That's such a great
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You can help achieve their goal. And
They're
really,
really
you
fun.
guys look at
Yeah.
it, that's why it's so important to continue to educate yourself, not just about the market, but about how to best serve our clients, because that's what they hire us for, right? They hire us because they feel confident that we can serve them at the highest possible level. Everyone buys or sells real estate for 2 reasons. They're either trying to solve a problem or achieve a goal. Our goal is to get in alignment with that, figure out what that is, and then work hard to deliver that to them. You did that. That's great.
Most people
Yeah.
are turning down the list.
Yes.
Because it's no money.
If the lease is
That's
in
very
service of a
creative.
good client or future business, do it. You have to look at the long game, always. It's easy to focus on the short game, but the real results are involved.
Who's
What's
looking
that?
for you?
Tell me something good.
There we go.
Okay.
I got it.
Let's wait, yes,
You had mentioned the class with Mike.
yes.
And having gone through what I'm going through with my daughter, and I know a lot of you are too, as frustrated buyers agents.
Yes.
I would love to see a class, and we did this about 9 years ago when the market shifted and there wasn't enough inventory. Raymond Wang taught the class, but I'm sure we have an agent in the office that is having great success representing buyers.
That's a really
And
good.
I would love to
really
see
good
a class where they came and shared some of the things that they're doing to get their offers through.
I think that's a fantastic idea, and it's true, you know, when you have a contractual issue, you know, when we're talking about the RPA, there's also the side of it that's negotiating and the sales aspect of it. And it's the case in most of the contracts disclosures, that we do, so, yeah, that's a really
In
good point. Yeah, such a
2012,
good point.
Raymond taught the
Yeah,
class.
I love
and he was- And we were all amazed, it was packed of all these little ideas that he had. that
I
we
love
had never
that.
thought of, perfect, to get to deal through. You know, it's 9 years later, but I'm sure we have someone that's having
I
great
think so,
success.
too.
Well,
Yeah,
Raymond,
perfect.
all,
Oh,
you know,
awesome.
Faye's having great success.
Face having great
as well.
success as well.
There must be
So good.
You know, we
Yeah.
probably have a few agents here that could come and share.
I would love that, that's such a good, yeah,
Happy to help
thank
out.
you, that's great. I like that. See, it's
Right.
like- that's why he makes the big bucks,
Big fan.
not just a pretty face.
I still want to learn. And I'm sure there are things out there that agents are doing that I'm not doing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There's
I
one
will tell, this is one of those where you can get people going directly to the listing agent. Maybe you can do something with the listing agent. to get it.
Well, I will tell you,
Yeah.
until you share, now that you bring that up, I had a granddaughter, by the way, my daughter actually.
Oh!
It was an open house, I mean, they were lined up, everything that Simon is saying is happening in Richmond Hill, so the house was a million 150. So I knew the agent, I took her to one side and I said, Tamara, listen, I'm just trying to get my daughter a house, my daughter's wobbling, which was very effective, by the way.
See, she clearly needs a house for this baby.
And I said, look, all I'm trying to do is get my daughter a house. I have no problem with you representing.
Right.
And I just want to get her into the house, which was 2.5% commission, which was whatever it was. 30,000 or something. So I offered that.
Yeah.
to her. And it was interesting, which is what I'm hearing from everybody. She said, Dale, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know my seller, all they care about is top dollar.
Yeah, right.
So I said, all right, and they insisted on not looking at offers till tonight.
Okay.
Just what Simon was saying
Right.
last week.
Yeah, I
The
think
property
it's right.
goes on that day,
Yeah.
then, so Saturday and Sunday, they had open house. So I called her yesterday morning, said, hey, Tamara, just following up. She said, well, I have 12 offers right now, and I'm getting 2 or 3 tomorrow. But it's not as crazy as some of the others where they've got 200,000.
Right.
So what she said, and this comes back to relationships,
Yeah,
I know who you are, and I said, look, if I have to, we'll pay cash.
Yeah.
But I said, I have this great in-house lender who says she can close in 2 weeks. So she said, yes, but here's where we are, depending on what happens tomorrow, which is today. If there's nothing completely out, I will call you tomorrow and give you the opportunity to have a shot. That is something that we have not had a chance.
yeah.
Good.
So,
Yeah.
to your point,
Yeah.
you know, I was at a point where if it means going to the listing agent,
Yeah,
I have no problem
right.
going to the listing, even if it's open.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, yes, I think it's great being a listing agent.
Yes, it really is great being a listing agent.
I was
couldn't
about to
agree
say
more.
something before Nancy said that, but I think you just summed it up. Communication between you and the
Yes.
listing agent is the
So
biggest,
critical.
is the
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
trick of all.
Always.
It really
As
is.
long as you communicate with it.
Yeah, you're not-
I think you
Yeah.
even told me the line, it's like, ask them, what can I do to make this as easy as possible for you?
Right. It's easy.
And I tell people
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
If, now I won't say success, my longevity in this business it's because of my relationships with
Yeah.
other agents.
Longevity in this business is success.
Absolutely.
It
That's
really
why
is.
I was involved in the board, I go to
Yeah.
meetings, because I want people to know, okay, you know, I know that guy.
He's easy
If
to
he
work
brings me
with,
an
right,
offer,
yeah.
I'd rather have him with someone I know.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know it's gonna be a
Right.
smooth transaction.
That's such an
Yep.
important thing that you bring up, because I've, 31 years in this business, and there's some agents that approach the other agent as an adversary. And that's not the
Yeah.
case. We are on the same
I
team,
know.
working to get this transaction closed and the seller happy and the buyer happy.
Right.
Win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's such a good point. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
All right, we do have some birthdays.
On that note though, when are the broken caravans starting up again?
You know what, I texted, because tomorrow is Wednesday morning, tomorrow is still a Zoom meeting.
Right.
So I emailed him, Brian, said, when are we gonna make him in person?
Yeah.
I haven't heard back.
Okay,
Soon.
I'm excited for it. Yeah, let's get it going
It'll
again.
be great.
And I'd love to be a part if I can help in any way. I'd love to.
Jeff's gonna be there, I just would have warned you.
Oh,
Oh, well,
so there'll be drinks then.
birthdays. All right, 2 of them this time.
Dana Elder.
Dana Elder
Your turn
and
next.
Victoria Brunacoli.
Victoria's awesome.
Yep.
Actually, I haven't seen her. I haven't
So
seen
happy
her
birthday
since
to
last
both,
night.
if you happen to be watching, or
Awesome.
secretly here. Birthdays are always fun, I'm a big fan, you'll all hear about mine
This is a lot.
weeks before it shows up.
You're one of those, are you?
I am one of
Oh, yes,
those.
I have two daughters like you.
Yeah,
Wow, look at this.
my husband hates it, but I force him to. Yeah,
No.
it's in October if you're wondering, so you have plenty of time.
I'm in the first line. The first one.
All right, congratulations.
Fred Stepanian, Michael May, Jean Royally, Ashley Hand, Serena Jean, and fearless leader Dale Chima.
Woohoo, all right.
Yes, and you know what?
What are
I'm
these
gonna
for?
show you one in
Please.
Mana. It fell out, we sold it for $1,430,000. It fell out because the appraisal didn't come in. We put it back on the market and it closed at $1,500,000 yesterday.
Nice.
And what did
it appraise for?
What was it before?
$1,430,000.
And so now it goes $1,500,000. Yes.
70,000.
Oh, yeah.
Did they do another appraisal or was it
Isn't that
cash?
something? Just to, sorry?
Was it cash or another purchase with finance?
It's another person, great agent, in fact, she's running for the board, if you haven't voted, Erin Berry, she was fabulous.
Very, very good to know.
Fabulous agent.
So but did it appraise at the new money?
No.
They came, that's pocket.
They came out.
First time it appraised, get this, same appraiser,
Oh, gosh.
same appraiser, first appraiser, the one that back, the buyback, appraised it at $1,250,000. I said, forget it, I'm not coming down. And Erin came in at $1,500,000. 6 weeks later, it appraised at $1,400,000.
Yes.
So she said, we'll come up 50. I said, tough, I have another offer. Okay, we'll go your price. You know,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Done.
Yeah,
So-
art of negotiating.
That's awesome.
Added every, sometimes something bad, something.
Yeah.
good.
100%, especially when you expect it to. I love that. All right, next line, Joey Finrow, Laura Chang, Yong Lee, Stephen Jong,
Stephen Jones.
Stephen Jong. You never know the PH. Brad Desi and Sonia Park. Congratulations.
Park, Lionel Franklin, Fay Lee, Raymond Wang, King Wang, and Sam Su.
All right.
Sure.
Congratulations to all. Very exciting.
That's
Good group.
That's a good week.
Yeah, it was.
Stay in the
State of the
market.
market.
What's going on in our world?
Go ahead, Mr. Polito.
Oh, wow.
So were those
Doing
closed
this.
or new listings?
Closed.
Closed.
Closed,
Oh,
okay.
Closed.
I haven't seen this yet. It hasn't changed much from last week, truth be told.
No.
Actually the same. We haven't, we're very short. We're always hitting the $1 million mark on the medium sales price in Irvine, which is huge.
Very close.
Because a year
Yeah.
ago it was a lot further down than that.
It was 8 something. I was
In
just
the
looking
eights.
at it. Yeah. I was doing my business.
It was
plan.
more around the 890. of what
Mhm. Yeah, it
Irvine is.
was. Yeah.
Again, like I always say, it's reflecting over the 12-month spread. So you're seeing some really out of line numbers, mainly these two here, which is your pending and your close. That's because of what Dale says every week as a reminder, as well as Tom, is things are coming off as soon as they're coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're listing more homes. That's great, 51% up. We're closing more, we're putting more in escrow than we're listing. Your point you made the other day, Dale, was spot on. I had a call from a buyer that said the same thing. We don't want to sell. I think I rang you about that lady who wants to buy an Irvine. She goes, we have another property, but we don't want to sell it. We just want to buy another one. I said, you need to sell. She said, we don't want it. The market's so good, we're going to hold it, make the money on And that's exactly what you said is happening. That's why you're seeing these numbers where there's such low inventory.
And you know, if you get back on that, Simon, I've had that over the years. Those people become investors.
Yes.
And then on they go.
Yeah.
They start with one, because they're just gonna put their toe in the water.
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, I'm getting appreciation on 2 things, properties, I'm getting depreciation.
Yeah.
I'm building a fund for my credit, for my children's college.
Yeah.
Then they become real investors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the first one's always the hardest, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So after that's out of the way. So
That's right.
so these guys, it's great numbers. It's showing the strength. We're still doing well ahead of every other market center and brokerage in the area right now. We are leaps and bounds ahead of every one of them. These numbers are astronomical, but our numbers in this office are even better. So you guys should all be very proud of yourselves.
Very
because
proud.
Our numbers don't fall in line with this. They're even better than these numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
great
very
job.
exciting.
Listing agents will always be fed.
That's right,
As
that's
Darren
right.
knows.
So as another push, we are having a class on understanding the market and knowing your stats. It's important to know your statistics because you can use that in any conversation with your buyers or sellers. It's important to understand that. So just, you know, shameless plug, look at the training calendar. We've got some great things for you in June. What's that?
Just
Just listen. Woo! Was that jazz hands?
We're supposed to see that. It's supposed to be for Annie.
I see everything. Ask my kids.
Just
My mom knows it
What we
all.
got
Yeah.
going on?
All right.
Is
Is there? I was so excited about
This
it.
is so-
Sorry, I
Just
really
solve the
want to
moment.
take a
Just
moment
solve
to
the
embrace
Really,
that.
yes.
That's
Nice
fine.
graphic.
You go first.
All right. Because you don't know how to pronounce it.
I got it.
88 Oregon in number G. Laguna Woods, 2-bed, 2-bath, 284, 9, with Elizabeth Coe. All right. Anyone have a buyer? That price range?
That's a senior community, right?
Do you not see Lord of the Rings? Aragon.
Aragon.
Remember Aragon? That's how that was pronounced, Aragon. It was made in Australia or New Zealand, wasn't it?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Close enough.
All those Kiwis.
You Canadians are my favorite people.
Aragon.
Oh, wonderful.
22826 Sailwind Way, number 45, Lake Forest, Michael Salus, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 749. That's interesting, because I got that one in Aliso.
Yeah,
It's like very similar style, very similar
very
look to
similar
that.
style.
This one looks like it's not a utility. What is that?
I have no idea.
Looks like a utility storage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
storage.
it's a big one. Maybe
Yeah.
it's the furnace.
It's a large furnace.
But it's
Maybe.
upstairs and downstairs. unit.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's a good one. Reach out to
Nice.
Mike. Oh,
All
there you
right,
go.
Simon Polito, 25 Bullmore Lane in
This
Aliso
is the
Viejo.
one. So that's actually bidding to start from
Bidding
520.
to start from 3-bed, 3-bath.
We got 6 offers already.
So you share with us where you're at, why you still gonna have an auction? I'm
Because we're gonna
surprised
get
you haven't sold.
We have, so to be honest, we could have sold it already. We've already actually received an offer, several offers above what our seller said they'd take.
I know what the offers are.
I'm that confident we'll get
So
more.
you just wanna have the auction?
We're gonna get more money for it. We're gonna get more money
Yeah,
for it.
I think
And there's
so.
2 reasons why I'm doing that. One, how hard is it to get a listing right now? What happens when you're a listing agent in this market? You're exposed,
Yeah.
you're in attraction, you're potentially gonna get another deal out of it. So I wanna run this campaign because, yeah, we might have some fallout, but we're still gonna get more coming in. And we got 3 listing appointments out of that, 1 showing on Saturday.
Yeah.
3 other buyers. And today, someone today said, you know, can you represent me as well?
And I
So-
sent it to my client too. She really liked it. Unfortunately, she didn't get a chance to come over and see it.
Tomorrow, 2 or
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
All right, but she really wanted.
Yeah, I wanted to.
And the sellers will be for the best possible price.
That's one of the reasons. So we got, to be back to your point now, we've got 4 people that are within $5,000 of each other. And the reason why we do auctions is, well, we can go back with asking for highest and best, but are we really getting the highest and
No,
best?
that was my
So
question.
that's
Yeah.
the reason why we're running.
Mhm.
We're gonna tell all those 4, you know what, sell at this point, they would accept your offer, but they want you to come and register for the auction. Put your best foot forward. I encourage you to register right now.
Yeah, and
And
then
we've
most
brought
importantly,
the
the
auction forward
sellers,
a week.
the seller's asking, he's
I got to tell you,
seller's asking.
that's
Yeah.
what the seller said to me yesterday.
telling me
So
probably.
the seller rang me after we had our meeting with her last night, and in 20 years of real estate, I've never had a seller say this. She said, can you tell me a little bit of a background into more detail of who the buyers are? Are they first home buyers? Are they family? And I said, well, the laws changed. We now can't get those letters like we used to, where it had the photo with the family and the dog and all that, because it's social profiling and you can't do it. I said, but do you mind me asking, why is it important for you? She's like, it's very important for me to know that I'm giving my property to a good family.
Yeah.
And she said, if they can't afford if you find that you've got a first home buyer that can't reach these guys with a lot of money, we would sell it for less to help a family out. I've never had someone say it.
Yeah.
And it was the most, and not that I'm already not going to work
Yeah.
my hardest for it.
Yes, right.
It makes me want to work even harder for it, because
Yeah.
that's just the most amazing story to go along with the whole process. Someone not greedy, very happy with anything we can get her right now. And she's like, I'll give more back if you find the right family as the person to buy this. It's just really very touching story. So I want to share that with you.
Yeah.
Like, Tom, you had something to say?
A couple questions. You said, because I think that that cover letter is a twofold, okay? It's not allowed.
As of January this year, it's illegal. You'll get a fine.
To do what?
You can't put a letter saying that Mr. and Mrs. Nash would like to apply to buy your home. There are two dogs, two
Oh, yeah.
kids. You can't write that anymore.
I think
illegal.
that's.
If they can report you to MLS, you'll get a massive fine in the thousands.
Wow.
Social profile. You're
Social
you're
profiling.
suggesting that a certain person is suitable for that property.
Yeah, because oftentimes they'll put in there,
It's
you know, a nice
complete
Christian
BS if
family
you
or
ask
a
my
nice,
opinion.
right.
That's
Okay, the other question was, without the egg on your face, I don't want to be negative, you know, it's a positive environment. So let's say, for instance, you're waiting for, you've got all of these offers on the table, and they're over, and maybe even over what is expected or what the comps will say. And then you go to your auction and you don't get that.
That's a risk, yeah.
That's a risk. Now, isn't the upset, we're gonna be upset, we do.
So
No,
it's
because
not-
I've already met, you know why? Because I've already outlaid the possibilities of pros and
Yeah.
cons. I always give my sellers 3 options. Number 1, take one of the offers, run and auctions cancel. Option 2 is decline all the offers, register them for the auction. Option 3 is go back with the highest and best by a certain day and time. Which one would you like to do? And I'll tell you the pros and cons to each option.
Yeah.
It's always like that. She knows, she even said it. No, so if we go back and decline all the offers and get them to register, we've got one standout who's 20 grand above everyone else. She goes, we might lose that 20 grand. I said, yes. She's like, okay, we're okay with that. Because we've got 4 others that are at the same price.
Yeah.
We've got some phenomenal offers in there. But you're absolutely spot on. But in this market, I feel very confident that there's still going to be more buyers, because here's a rookie error from the 2 listing agents that sent us 2 offers. They sent their pre-approvals for significantly higher figures than what they offered. So I know we've got more money in there. 1, 2 of them, but doesn't leave this room or this soon.
Yeah.
An open platform there.
Or we will see.
For anyone who might post this, or
We've got-
tweet about it later.
We're starting the bidding at 520. We've got 5 out of the 6 offers all starting with a 6.
There you go, just keep it there.
And that's all I'm saying.
That's all he's gonna say. Well,
6 is the number.
that's all you need to know.
566.
Yeah.
It's gonna start with the 6, and that's where we knew that was our goal. The closest comp just closed yesterday at 625 model match, and we've surpassed that.
So an important lesson there, and a reminder to everyone, one of my mentors, which many of you might know what I'm talking about, has always stated, show up, pay attention, and tell the truth. And that should be the case in any real estate transaction or conversation that you have. Tell the truth. Transparency is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Helps when
whether
you're
they
gonna sell
like,
it,
whether they
business.
want to hear it or not, tell the truth. That comes to price, time on market,
But that's
anything.
definitely laying the groundwork with your seller from the get-go.
Yep,
Lay out your expectation. I'm gonna be calling you every week to talk about this. I'm gonna be
and
calling
then
you
do,
every second
so
week
tell the truth.
to go over the strategy restructure if we're not getting the target. So when that happens, you say them. Remember when I said I was gonna have this conversation? We're having that
We're having
conversation.
that conversation. Yeah.
So you've already laid the ground. For me, that's what I work in my business. With having that system of deadlines and timelines of what we're gonna work towards, they can't argue with you because
Yeah.
you've already laid the expectations out.
And there was agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. All
I
right,
actually have to
next,
sign it.
wonderful.
I have
This
to
one's
sign
you.
it.
Oh,
Mine
can
as
you
well.
say your name again? Woo-hoo.
Say my name.
Say
Sam.
my
Sam.
name.
7430 Hillside Drive, La
Simone.
Jolla, 5 bedrooms. That's wrong. It's actually more than 7 bathrooms. It's 9 bathrooms.
Wow.
No big deal.
2 structures, 2 kitchens. Missing a comma and a partnership in Patrick. 7,500,000. We're gonna have an open house on Sunday from 2 to 4. So if you know anyone, come down. Yeah. I would love to have the meeting there one time. If you guys want to hold the meeting down there, I have the key to the
I'm
house.
actually gonna be in
It's a
Del Mar
larger
that
home.
day.
Wow.
It's let us know if you want to use the house. I rent it out for $2,000 an hour, so I can get you guys in for free. So
An hour,
Look at that.
yeah, we rent it out to like modeling shoots and ESPN and other TV networks that want to do
Wow.
podcasting and whatnot they do. We have 270-degree views of the whole everything. You can actually see all the way to San Clemente from the house.
Nice.
It's stunning.
All right, 165 Church Place in Irvine, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath for $975, Gin Road. All right.
140 Velvet Flower, Irvine. 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 1,085,000. Sam Shoot. Hey, say shoot.
Shout. Sam, shoot. Shoot. That's what we thought. Yeah, shoot. That's right.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a nice looking one.
Yeah.
Like the Italian cycles.
14641 Deer Park Street in Irvine, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $759,000. What a deal by Nancy and
Is this the one? Is this
800,000.
the one you were talking about? Right?
All right,
Nice,
congratulations.
awesome.
And it's
Listed and sold.
listed and sold, and it's got great curb appeal. And once you open the door, that's another story.
That's all right. Hence the great deal.
Curb appeal. House
But it's
appeal.
great, it's great. Thank you.
All right, who
Anyone
has a
else?
listing? Go ahead. You have one coming on.
I just got it signed today, but yes.
Yes, please tell us about it.
It's in Los Angeles, it's in Silmar.
Okay.
It is 5-bedroom, 3-bath. It's got a garage that has been turned into an additional unit, so it's like a
Permitted?
studio. Yeah, permitted.
Perfect. It's important you say that.
It is permitted. And it's got a fairly large yard. I think the lot size is around 5,000 square feet.
Oh, fantastic. It's already inked.
It's already inked. I literally just got it signed.
Fantastic. How much is it being offered for?
$799.
$799. Again, what a great deal.
Yeah.
Anyone know anyone who wants to live in Silmar? There you go, people.
Hit me up. He wants to make other investments with money.
Good for him. Fantastic. All right. Anyone else? Listings?
I got one coming on next week. Doing photography and videography on Friday. It's number 2115 Castilian Drive in West Hollywood, Los Angeles. It's going to be an auction. We're going to start the bidding at 3.4 million. It's a double lot just down the road from where Frank Sinatra and Marilyn Monroe used to live in the old Hollywood Hills. It's a stunning property that backs on the back of Runyon Canyon. So it drops down into the canyon. It's one of the only homes in the street that has a backyard. All of them are on cliffs that just drop off. So this actually got a double lot, huge backyard. It feels like a really exclusive resort when you're in the home. It's very special. So that'll be coming on next week. I'm co-listing that with a Keller Williams Brentwood luxury agent who works that market exclusively. So we'll be auctioning that for an auction at the end of June. And I started the bid at 4.3. Sorry, 3.4. 3.4.
3.4.
Yeah, 3.4.
Yeah.
Already got an offer though on the table from.
All right.
Wow.
It was
Congratulations.
rented out for 25,000 a month. It was rented out to a guy called Paul Rudd. You guys might know who he is. Paul
Paul
Rudd.
Rudd.
He's an actor.
no.
And he was renting it for 25 grand a month.
Hello.
They're probably has breakfast with them every weekend.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Wonderful. Anyone else? All right. Going once, going
How about a
twice, and
buyer?
who has a buyer?
Who hasn't got a buyer?
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Boy, they.
I have 2 buyers right now that I'm working with. The one that I show 4 homes, also yours, but she didn't get a chance to just see it. I sent the picture and she really likes that one. You're missing.
What are they looking for, so everyone knows? In case they have?
She's a doctor. She's going to invest on 2 property as a residential income.
Mhm.
Between 650 to 700K.
Okay.
Then another one, it's looking for 2-bedroom, 2-bath, up to 450 in Lake Forest or anywhere other than Irvine.
All right, perfect. All right, so anyone know of anyone who's coming on the market, or do you have a client who's coming on the market that fits this?
So and also I have a person that is looking for buy a medical building that I talked to Dell and also you. Still, I need to know more information. I asked Jeff, he really helped me, and also I asked Mary, both of them, they helped me with lots of things in this case. But still, I need to know one thing that we don't know, we can figure it out or not, then I can make an offer.
Okay, great, fantastic.
Benny mentioned that he is a fully approved buyer, $450,000 price point, and needs a garage. So.
Okay,
Benny.
fantastic. Hit Benny up.
I've got a buyer who's looking in Irvine. I spoke to Dale about it, trying to see if he could work his magic in the background. She'll buy anywhere in Irvine. She will not go to Turtle Rock. She will go to Tustin Ranch, but she needs 4 bedrooms with an optional 5th or a full 5th bedroom. She did say she'd go up to 1.5, which is tough to get that big of a home for 1.5. She does have a house in North Park she would sell if she had to go over 1.5. So she said, look, we can go more if we absolutely have to. We'd like to hold the home if we can, but if we absolutely can't buy it, but priced out, we will sell our home as well as buy something. So she's got a budget up to 1.5 without a sale, up to 2 to 2.5 with the sale. So if you guys know anything off market in Irvine, up to 5 bedrooms, she's got a lot of kids.
Up to 5 bedrooms
Yeah.
in Northwood and.
Northwood,
Lisbon.
the Oaks, the Ranch, Shadow Creek,
Right.
West Park, Woodbridge, even Tustin Ranch. Just not Turtle Ridge. Turtle Rock, sorry. I don't know why she just hates Turtle Rock.
Well, I can't imagine you being applying to that.
No, well, it actually, yeah, not 5 bedrooms, but you'll get a good 3.5 or a 4. If you know anything, she's ready to go. She's finance approved, ready to go. So,
There you go. Boom, hit it, Dale.
oh,
I have a.
God damn it. Next week.
What was that?
You're wonderful. Go ahead.
Did I interrupt you? Did I?
You missed the button,
You're pushing her button. You're pushing her buttons,
Ignore the
man.
button, Dale.
You're pushing her buttons.
I have a similar situation with Simon's in that I have a client that needs a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, single level in Woodbridge, and then they're gonna sell their stack. They have to do a 1031 exchange.
Oh,
So
right.
it's kind of a chicken and egg kind of thing. So if
Yeah.
you have a bucket listing, that would be really good because then they wouldn't have to compete with a different type of sale.
Yeah,
Nice.
beautiful. All right. I mean, do you want to plug
You guys
yourself? or
enjoy
would you like
listening
me
to
do
me talk,
this?
because if you do, you
Last
get RSVP
chance.
for tomorrow. So,
Last chance now.
some of you didn't RSVP last week, but came for the free food. That's not cool.
No.
Because the people who did RSVP, some people missed out. So, thank
Maybe
you
not on
for
time.
Mary and for Tina the week before for being very generous and giving amazing food. That's still the last week, Mary. That's good.
Yeah, that was on point. Nice point. Bella.
That's the best lunch and learn food I've ever had. So,
Awesome.
long way from the Subway sandwiches we know from the past, right? So, no, seriously, I personally appreciate both of you for, sponsoring and helping out, and it's always helpful to have that around. But last training session tomorrow we're learning how to prospect and how to market yourself for an auction property, how to get an auction property. So the last 2 weeks I've showed you what to do with one. Tomorrow is how to get one. We're going to dive deep.
All
We
right.
have to go on to
So show up.
RSVP, or can we just say we're gonna be there right now?
No, you need to.
I can help you
RSVP.
RSVP. I can help you guys do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more so I can let, I don't know who's sponsoring tomorrow.
Tomorrow's gonna be home guard, home
Oh,
warranty.
no, so as long as you can let them know
Yeah.
how many lunches they're gonna make for you. That's all.
Sky will hook you up.
That's okay, we don't need lunch. We got
Everyone
a-
needs
We got a
lunch.
lunch engagement now.
I'm busy, it's okay.
I wanna bounce around.
Okay.
We'll touch base.
There you go.
Now, guys, hope you get value out of it. It's definitely in this market, a great tool to have up your sleeve. So I'd love to share all the knowledge with you guys tomorrow.
Are those on video? Because I have missed the first.
We have not been recording them as I was hoping I should have done. It was,
Well, we just have to talk to
Repeat and
Simon
rinse.
more now.
but I'm happy to do as many one-on-ones as
No, I'm
need be.
sorry, I did want to do a picture.
We'll rotate.
And
Yeah,
you
So
have
if
rotate
I
it.
come in on the
Sure, we'll
third
recycle it, yeah.
tomorrow.
You can come in tomorrow, you
Yeah,
can,
still
you
come
pick up
in.
some stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we'll rotate it.
Yeah,
sorry.
And
No, that's okay.
scheduling,
I
it's
can
okay.
train you.
Yep. All right. Oh, yes. Annie, you wanna, Annie, come up to the front.
June 29th, we are having a blood drive. The blood mobile will be coming to the parking lot. There is no QR code there because I have it on this flyer. It's also on our link tree. You guys will need to download the Rapid Pass. Sorry, I'm not hearing you back. You'll need to download the Rapid Pass before you can go ahead and actually RSVP.
They give you a free cookie when you give out blood. It's
We will
free.
have a donor
It's a fantastic
appreciation
market.
event
Phenomenal.
after.
You know, Brenda Feeney says the agent that gives back the most to his community usually gets the most out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, share it. Guys, I'm
Yeah.
donating blood.
Great
It's a
for
phenomenal
sharing
cause.
funds.
It really is, and it's reciprocal. So I was gonna bring up the point too, not only your farm, if you have a geo farm, but your own personal farm, which is called your what?
I thought that was just for me to get.
Your database. Your own personal database.
We're opening up this event to all surrounding offices, KWs in the area, so it is a networking event. We will have a donor appreciation event to follow your guys' blood donations, so it's a great
But
chance.
this is for our blood,
So you can donate as
right?
well.
Yes.
Is that it? It's not to
The
hand out.
blood
for-
reveal will be here.
No, but if you have written
Yeah.
past clients that you wanna give the opportunity to, let them
It's
know,
only
great.
90 blood.
It's just open, so if you have clients or.
We have
family
open.
or
Okay,
something.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I thought you had. I thought that's what
Also,
you said.
there'll be screening for COVID antibodies and sickle cell disease, things like that, so it's a great chance to.
That's
get
huge.
some information.
Yep,
Yeah, I know a lot of guys who do it and they get an amazing amount of referrals because people see that
Yeah.
they're giving back.
exactly.
Great cause. Thanks for arranging that.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
Excited about the event.
Join the culture community.
All right, please join the culture committee. You read next, your head's right in the way. So you get to read it or. Culture is a result of organizing the goals of a business around solid, positive core values and then proceeding to cultivate them on a daily basis. So we are having that on June 1st from 2 to 3 o'clock in this very room. That'll be on a Tuesday, the very first Tuesday of the month. So please come because culture is important.
And we want to know what's important to you.
Yeah.
How can we help you grow? How can we help you, get more knowledge? What's maybe, like what Dale said, maybe I can learn a couple of tricks on how to write an offer.
How do we
Because
support each
that's the
other?
Culture, team training we've got to put together, so.
A lot of what we'll discuss at the culture meeting are like the different events that we host here, and we want to talk to you guys about different ideas and what you guys want to see your attendance and everything, because we know we'll throw some things like Cinco de Mayo last night, just something to put together, and we want to see you guys, like, what do you want us to do at Cinco de Mayo? What do you guys want us to do for Halloween? Like, these are times for you guys to put in your little input so we can make it happen. Same with donations. So if you guys really want to get involved with KW Cares, this is a great opportunity to help us put some fundraising together and make that happen. It's just an opportunity for us to give back to the community, and we're all going to discuss it together.
Yeah, create engagement, so we're together as a group, like-minded, yeah.
Are we still stuck with the box lunch system now, still?
Because of COVID,
Yeah.
I believe we are, but yeah, it's a good question. I'm not sure. As opposed to just, serving
face by
ourselves, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say for now, let's consider that's the case, and we'll soon move out of it.
Would have been so much nicer with the big spread.
Sure.
I can actually weigh in on that. So the issue that we're coming across here is not so much that it's our choice that the lunches or things like that are coming in box, it's more of restaurant policy. So there, a lot of catering options are individually packaged meals as opposed to large do-it-yourself.
Shares.
Raising tables and all
That
that.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a nice big raising table. Everyone is-
I do know restaurant regulations are getting a little more laid back now, so it might change.
What I've seen in that scenario, Tom, is they'll have someone specifically serving it.
Yeah.
So
so
there'll be one
people
person,
stuff are-
one person.
Which is more,
Still frustrating because you can't do a quick pick.
yeah.
We'll get there, we'll get there.
It's more hygienic.
We'll figure it out.
Everyone goes.
All right, good.
Well, at least we don't have to take.
Prospecting, I love this. Prospecting blitz is
Can we
back,
get can we get
baby.
t-shirts made up with that?
I love that.
Call it
You
Shaq
do that?
and Pete.
Was that you?
Look at you. I asked for a slide and you just knocked it out. Just so you know, I'm gonna give Sky some props here. I asked for that slide not that long ago, like, you know, maybe an hour ago. To be on there. We did push it, so.
I'll be here next week anyway.
You'll be here. I'll show up next week as well. I'm excited to introduce or reintroduce, if it has happened here prior, a prospecting blitz day. So we are going to be doing it.
I'm gonna start next week.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes. So anybody wants to join us,
I
can
wanna
come
start,
on.
I wanna start my month strong.
I thought Memorial Day was this good from last.
It is, but in order to give us a good push and make sure that everyone's showing up, we're gonna have the official one starting on the 8th. We will still be here working hard the day after Memorial Day, but I've been doing this a long time and I'm realistic about attendance the day after a long weekend.
So we're gonna beta test next week.
So what we're, yeah, we haven't got the prospect rate, we're getting through. I will not be disappointed if you guys decide to show up and call your leads, call your past clients, call your center of influence, prospect those expireds and for sale by owners, the absentee owners, all great sources of business. We do have an office upstairs that is looking better and more just inviting to come up and find those leads that drive our business.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to come the day after Memorial Day, we will be here, we will be upstairs. The official kickoff launch will be on the 8th, and we will be feeding you some breakfast, a light breakfast, right? Supplied by
Not too
Tina.
heavy, otherwise I'll be able to speak on
Right,
the phone.
exactly. We're talking fruit, maybe bagels, some orange juice, something light, so you guys are energized and filled with carbohydrates and sugar to get on the phone. And that'll be from 9:30 to 11:30 every Tuesday, followed by this fantastic meeting. So we're excited to launch that, and that'll be ongoing.
Yeah.
Forever. And I will be harassing you guys to show up, make sure that you're.
We're gonna
pushing
make a
your
little
business
competition
forward.
out of it. You know, I wanna say who
We're
gets the
gonna make
most
it
content.
fun. We're gonna have
And
fun.
there will be some prizes associated.
Yeah.
We're still trying to work out what they are.
Surprise.
There'll be
Yeah,
a
we got a
prize for the
couple
person who gets the
ideas.
most contacts or the most leads.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest reward is that, you know, you'll get more business, but we'll incentivize you as well.
Yeah.
By not only feeding you, but some surprises along the way. So please,
It's a great
expect to
event.
hear a lot from us, reminding you to show up.
And we'll be there doing it as well. So
Yes.
it's just to show you
I'll be
that.
up there
you know,
making my calls and lead follow-up calls as well, right along with you
Yeah.
as a Simon.
Cool.
Perfect. All right,
Thanks. Oh, shit.
let's talk tech. This guy, come on up.
So it's not so much what's talked about, but I want to let you guys know, I usually do my Thursday tech calls at 1, I think. It's usually what I do. This week, I do have a regional training class thing that I'm doing, so it's gonna be pushed back to 3 o'clock. So if you guys need any tech help at all, 3 o'clock in the training room is where we'll be meeting. If nobody has any general questions, I'm gonna be going over how to put an opportunity into command. So if you don't know how to put an opportunity in command, you should really come on Thursday. Really come.
I can't make
Please,
it.
I will be here to help you.
Fabulous.
I'd like to learn, but I can't. I'm not in place.
Yeah.
We're gonna
All
touch
right.
I'll
base.
send my people to your people.
Memorial Day closure, River Rock Real Estate Group. In observance of Memorial Day, the River Rock Management Office will be closing early Friday, May 28th at 3 p.m. and will be closed on Monday, May 31st. Do I need to read the rest?
Basically, what this means is that the office hours are gonna be a little different for the building doors. So if you have an access pass, you'll be fine. You should be able to access the building whenever. Otherwise, those black doors outside will be locking at 3 and you'll need that in order to get in. If you don't have that, reach out to Steele so he can get that for you as soon as possible. And then Monday will be closed. We'll be closed. And thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys so much for showing back up. Yeah, we love the engagement. Continue to do that.
Means a lot to Diane and I that you guys actually came out.
Yeah.
Physically, we're here, so we're trying to get more people. So tell your colleagues.
Yes,
Come on, guys.
please.
You know, you
Yep,
can't be
bring
that
the
busy.
energy.
1 hour. If Dale Chima can be sitting here.
Yeah, fantastic.
Anyone else can be sitting here. I don't care for excuses.
Yep. And we thank
Sorry.
you again
Call
so
us
much.
Wednesday.
All right.
Cool, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
I'm not used to a Mac. Oh, no.